In recent podcasts, we were talking about the Bordeleau family and their dedication to hockey on numerous levels. But he always said, who was the most talented of the Bordeleau family from Noranda? Well, a lot of people think Paulin, and I'm going to tell you why. Paulin seemed to have a way with the puck and a teammate, and he eventually proved it for two different countries, and we'll get in that in a second. Now, like I said, born in Noranda, Quebec, he was a 19 overall pick for the Vancouver Canucks in the 73 draft and went forward overall in 1973 via the Toronto Toros. It was a very interesting career. Now, he got his big recognition early on with Noranda Copper Kings, a minor league squad in, again, Noranda, with 15 goals in 27 games. Now, in 1970, he graduated to the Montreal Junior Canadiens, and in a rare time, because not too often that a junior Canadian went up with the Marlies, but he played 3 seasons with the Marlies, and his final campaign was the one that got him the major recognition in the draft. In 73, he had 54 goals and 43 assists for 97 points. 74, he made it to Vancouver, 11 goals in his rookie season, 17 in his second year, and 5 in his third year. And 74-75, the playoffs were quite significant because he was one of the better players in Vancouver's loss to Montreal in the quarterfinal round, where a lot of young Vancouver players were being showcased for the first time. Now, there was always rumors that one or all the Bordeleaus were going to jump to the WHA. He was the second Bordeleau to jump, and he moved on to Quebec Nordiques, their championship year in 1977, with 42 goals in 80 games, including another 12 in the playoffs. 78, he scored 42 goals for the Nordiques. In 79, their last season, he scored 17. Now, there were some rumors he was going to retire before joining back to the NHL, but he decided to move to France to play for 3 of their best, what do you call, pro franchises, HC Tours, Miguevet, and HC Mont Blanc. Now, there in France, he so impressed the people in his new country, eventually played for them as a national player, played in the Olympics if I'm not mistaken, he played at the 88 games, and I think he may have played at the World Championships for the B level. France was on the B level in 86, 87. So he represented France at 2 World Championships, the B level, and his best year internationally at Mont Blanc was 87 with 104 points and 57 goals in 36 games. He had a 3-point-a-game pace. Very impressive. Now, the story doesn't end there, and I still don't really know why he did this. But in 1997, not say he was done as a player, he was 44. Decided to make a mini comeback with, of all teams, the Frankton Canadiens. And he had a goal and 3 assists in 4 games. So I've had people that saw him play, and he said he never left a step. So, I mean, that alone is kind of part of the legend of Paulin Bordeleau. And you know, the name Paulin Bordeleau sounds like a hockey player. You know, you say Paulin Bordeleau, it's, you know, he sounds like a typical Francophone player. My only regret, I never saw, I think the Montreal Canadiens should have tried to go for him when the Nordiques kind of, you know, the last season. I think he would have done well. Now, final stats, NHL, 89 points in 183 games, including 33 goals. WHA, 101 goals in 234 games, 177 total points. But France, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful numbers. 2 points a game, 274 goals, 223 assists for 497 points in 250 games, and 26 points in the France playoffs. Just tremendous. So, again, J.P. Bordeleau, Christian, Paulin, and their son, his son Sebastian, was tremendous as well. Made it as far as the Nashville Predators, but later on went out to a interesting career. And don't forget, the '97, ladies and gentlemen, he shared time with his father on that Canadian squad. Quite interesting. And we'll talk about a little bit more about young Sebastien Bordeleau in a future podcast. Thanks for listening. Bye.